Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you so much for joining me here on another episode at Allie's Treasure Trove. Today I do have a new Yu-Gi-Oh figure unboxing and review for you all, and that is the recent reissue? Reprint? Not quite sure what you would call it exactly. I think re-release or reissue would work, but the AMAKUNI Japanese exclusive JADEN YUKI from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Now this did come out a couple of years ago, and maybe not a couple. Maybe like 2017 or 2018, which is more than just a couple years ago now. But I missed it on its initial release. I did manage to get the Reissue original, which did get reissued when the AMAKUNI Stardust Dragon came out. And I did check out the Stardust here on the channel. I'll link that right up there if you guys want to check out that opening and review. That was a Funko Versus where I compared the AMAKUNI Stardust Dragon with a Funko Pop Stardust Dragon. Right, the Funko Versus series is kind of a meme because it's like, how can a Funko Pop compare to a multi-$100 statue, right? But, you know, they're fun. But yeah, I want more Yu-Gi-Oh! I want more Yu-Gi-Oh! Funko Pops, but Yu-Gi-Oh! GX here. Anyways, back to Jaden. So I am super thankful that this did get a reissue. This, before getting re-released, was trending around $500 on eBay. I had several on my watch list. You know, if I ever won the lottery, I would get one, because I was very salty that I had missed it on its original printing. But yes, I did order this from Emmy. If I remember. I will go ahead and put that link in the description down below. That is where I tend to pre-order a lot of my exclusives. Now, because the local anime shop here in the Tampa Bay area, Anime Fix, doesn't always have access to different company exclusives, right? So AMAKUNI here is the maker of Jaden, and I believe AMAKUNI is coming out with a Chaz, which I do have on pre-order. I believe it's also AMAKUNI, but excited for that. That also has little mini Ojama Trio figures, so I'm excited. But yes, ready to go ahead and open on up, give you all my thoughts here on Jaden. He does have a different head with the U-Bell eyes, so super excited to take a look. Here is the side of the box. We got Karibo of the winged variety. Here is the back of the box. There's with the different head. It's actually an entirely different head inside. Here's a little bit of a dramatic angle. The top of the box also has a window, and the bottom of the box has nothing going on. So let us go ahead and swap views here. And I think this video will work with the two different views. I think it'll work. If we need to, I will go back to the full-size view and remove like this window here. This one that I'm in, if we need the space. But after we go ahead and take Jaden out, I think we'll be fine looking at him down here. One day, I would like to have a studio where, you know, I could be like some other channels where, like, you know, they're holding the camera and they have like a special table. They go in and look around and then they do like a voiceover. But unfortunately, I don't have the capabilities for something like that as of right now. But that would be something, would be really cool, right? If the trove here keeps growing and I win the lottery and I can afford my own office. I can afford a second set of cameras. But, because these sometimes, you know, like the tripod will shift a little bit and it drives me nuts to get it back to where it was. I would not want to like have to like take that off and put it back on regularly. That would be too much for me. Am I lazy, or is it really too difficult? Right, only me and the cameras really know the answer, but I believe it's too difficult. But all right, so we do have the extra hand. We do have an assortment of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We got Karibo on a stick. Karibo on a stick sounds like it's like a food item. We actually have two sets of arms. And all right, excited. We do have some information at the bottom. So I will take a look at that. Hopefully, their instructions. I would hate to mess anything up, so hopefully, yep, it does look like it is a very brief instruction sheet. How to swap Jaden's head, how to swap the arms, how to insert the card, how to shove the peg up, the wing Karibo's behind. So it seems pretty straightforward. Alrighty. Is there tape for me to cut? There is. Let me take care of that. So also, I neglected to mention, but I recorded this video in advance. I recorded it all in one day. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not just re-wearing the same outfit I wore last week, nor next week, because I figured I should pre-record 2 weeks worth of openings since I will be returning on next Monday. Don't know if I'll have time to like do anything once I come back or like how energetic I will be. So I figured I would just go ahead and crank out a few weeks of videos on one day. Now I may have to mute. You know, actually muting doesn't necessarily help because the, if I use the audio from the Blue Yeti, it's not muted, so I have to do it manually anyways. But this hasn't been that loud. Sometimes the pops are really loud, so to save y'all's eardrums, that was a little loud. Alright, looks like we got that done. Alrighty. Cool. Hello, Jaden. Judai. This is Japanese name. It says JADEN YUKI. Judai. JADEN YUKI, of course, was the English name. Very similar. It's alrighty. He's got some Mega Man shoes. And alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Finally, after all these years, I have one. I feel so accomplished right now, you guys. Ooh, I love the metallic paint on the dual disc. That looks so good. Alrighty, so it looks like to remove that, we gotta take his head out. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put his standard head back in. We'll take a look at him. He's ready to hold. He just drew a card. So you'd insert the trading card. Similar to the Mei Kurabukia that I opened up last week. Does have a touch of gloss on his fingernails. I like that. I like that extra little detail. His hair, love the gradient. Well, not necessarily a gradient. I love the two tones of his hair. Very, very much so like the show. I love the paint used here. Love the shading on his jacket. The way it's all ruffled up. Such a dynamic pose as well. It's like the wind's going against him. His shirt's, you know, pulled back. His jeans. Looks super cool. I'm so happy I finally have one of these. Oh, wow. So that's definitely going to cloud my judgment. As if, right, I was ever, like, impartial. If you guys have not been here to my channel before, you know, I'll give a score out of 10 on all the different figures, statues, figurines, minis that I open, but, you know, this stuff's not cheap. If I didn't like it, right, if it wasn't already going to be getting a high score, I wouldn't have bought it. So everything's biased here, but hopefully taking a look at all the features of these collectibles can help you all watching at home decide if it's something that you want for your collection. I know I've done that before in the past, looking for an unboxing, right? Because product pictures on a website are cool, but not always what it ends up looking like in person. So each one, I imagine, you know, slight paint variations and whatnot, but being able to look at the figure in all angles, for me, has been helpful. So hopefully it can help you all as well. So here is the different head. So with the Yubel eyes, I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's just when Yubel is Yubel doing Yubel things, right? But it does have a slightly different expression as well. Instead of that soft smile, it does have a more intense look. So very slight difference. Not just, of course, the way his eyes look, but also the facial expression on the mouth. And alrighty, so I was in the process of trying to take off this Karibo here Let me go ahead and use tiniest knife to go ahead and cut the tape that is keeping this wrapped up like a lollipop. Chad, if you are... not Chad. I've been watching too much Pokemon Wizard and whatnot. I just say chat all the time now. But if you all are at home opening up your Karibo, try not to drop it. Don't be like me and drop it on the Jaden. Alright. Alright, we've unwrapped our winged Karibo lollipop. Our kebab. Currybab. I like the way this looks. I think this actually looks really cool. I love the variations of Karibo. I was never like an OG Karibo person, but especially in like modern sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the new Performapal musician, the Baroque Karibo and whatnot, like I love them. I love the Dark Magic Karibo, where he's like a Dark Magician cosplay. I don't know what it is. It's, I guess I just like, you know, putting dress-up outfits on Karibo. Winged Karibo, I don't know, I'm just used to also the way Winged Karibo looks. Original Karibo looks weird to me. I feel like I resonate more with Winged Karibo. But anyways, so let's take a look at the little cards. So very similar to Kaiba statues I've opened up here. The Kotobukiya Kaiba. Also, well, I don't know if I've actually opened that on the channel. I know I have it on display at home. But it does have like a little Yu-Gi-Oh card you can insert into his hands. These always make me nervous because, right, they're super small. So, you know, it's like, oh, is it going to fall out? And if it does, let's say you have this on display on like a bookshelf and it drops and you don't notice and then you vacuum. I actually tend to not have the card on display because I don't have my stuff in a case. I'd love to have a display case. But we have some sort of spell card here. I'm assuming this is a fusion. That's what I would imagine this is for. Is this not the proper hand? It should be able to fit in. I'm having some difficulty getting the hand. Let's actually just extract Jaden's entire shoulder and see if I'll have better luck. Alright, let me check. Is this the wrong hand? It is the wrong hand. Ah, okay, so you cannot actually put in here. It looks like he should be holding a card. That is interesting. This doesn't look like you would be doing anything with this one. But yeah, shout out to the instruction guide. That is a little awkward looking. Okay, so this default Jaden is holding no cards. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and just put him on the stand. You have the peg in the foot. Go ahead and this here, the metal peg, very reminiscent actually of this Kaiba back there with the alternative and the blue eyes from the movie. Alrighty, and then we can stick the Karibo peg here. Karibo's popping out from behind. That is very interesting. There we go. I like how the Karibo's actually posable. Let me move that to the side. And let's take a look here. So this is default. Default. No switching up the hands. This does look a little awkward. If I were to have Jaden on display, I would probably put it with this arm. And maybe also having the other hand with the fistful of cards too. Alrighty, so Kuriboh is slightly posable, as in you can change the angle since he is on a peg. But alrighty, let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's go ahead and switch it up. We're going to change Jaden's head. We're going to put on the U-Bell eyes. Going to go ahead and put the card in this hand first. Alright, slide that on in again. Does have the touch of gloss on the fingernails for that realistic effect. Alright, so Jaden just drew a spell card. Very intense duel going on right here. And this one here, you can just change the hand. You cannot take out the entire left arm. Yes, I had to check whether it's left or right because Jaden is looking at me from the other side. Good thing I did. I was originally going to say right because it's my right, but it is his left. And then we do have our swath of cards here, which I do like the colors. I wonder if we could figure out, like, from an episode which cards there are. One of them is Neo's. One of them I'm going to say is Neo's. But we have 2 effect monsters, a vanilla, a spell card, and a trap card. I love this detail. I love it. I love that. That is awesome. Alright. That looks super cool. Now, one thing I am noticing that perhaps looks a little odd to me that I hadn't noticed initially, and it makes me want to watch the series again, or even just look at some images. Jaden, to me, looks really yellow. I don't know if it's just having these hanging out down here. Like, his hands, not so much in the face. It's like, I don't know if they were trying to go for, like, having kind of, you know, an olive undertone kind of tan look. But Jaden's hands look very, like, Lego-y. Like, obviously not that bright, but an interesting undertone to Jaden's skin color. I mean, Kaiba's kind of porcelain, so perhaps I'm just used to that. Has been a little while since I've tuned into the anime for GX. Definitely interesting to look at. I do still like the way it looks, of course. Just an interesting observation that I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. Could also be, since I am having to look at Jaden head on instead of looking at him down this way, because right this way to me. Could be because I'm looking in the monitor. Sometimes the monitor gets a little funky with yellow. Sometimes the monitor will, like, turn slightly yellow. Like, something with the camera color scheme gets a little weirded out. But Jaden's hands seem like a different color. I like the hands. I like the hands with all the cards. I love the detail on the cards themselves. I love our little winged Kuriboh being able to move around. The eyes look good. The alternate head, it's cool that it's an entire head. It looks good. I just don't like seeing Jaden frustrated. I like seeing Jaden happy. You know, I know Yu-Gi-Oh! GX gets a bad rap. It's not a bad show. It was a very bad translation, right? A lot of, oh, we're just gonna change this to make it not as weirdly depressing on 4Kids' part. So then it's like you can't even go to season 4 in the English dub because it's just too much. So it really messed with like the character integrity, I'd say, if you're someone that watched Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in English, which I did actually watch when they released several years ago, the box sets. It's like I got the entire, 3 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I watched them. I was like, oh, this is actually not that bad. And I was like, where's season 4? Let me go watch it. It was actually like a 1.25 speed mirror flip on YouTube. I don't know if you guys can still find it. But that's where I watched season 4 of GX. And there's so much going on that I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And it's like, oh, that's just, oh, it happened. It actually happened like this. And it just, I don't like seeing Jaden upset. Jaden is the best boy and should just get cuddles and not have to deal with all of the crap he has to deal with. So I don't like seeing upset Jaden. I like the, yeah, I'm gonna go to dual school with my Karibo. And we're just gonna ignore this, like, evil alien parasite thing. I'm friends with my Neospatian aqua dolphin that talks. I would actually want a Neospatian aqua dolphin statue. That would be cool. That would actually be neat. But I do really like Jaden here. I am so happy that I managed to get him. I'm so happy that there was a re-release. I'm excited for Chaz. Now, Chaz was a character when he was first introduced, and I was like, I don't like him. He's a jerk. And then he's still a jerk, but, like, character development. I like Chaz now. Chaz, season 1 Chaz was like, he's like, wants to be Kaiba attitude-wise, but he's just not. He's just like all the other people in the Slifer Red. But anyways, leave your Yu-Gi-Oh! GX hot takes in the comments below. Jaden here. Let me go ahead and swap our views back so you all can see in scale, right? You guys can see him close to my hands for like size-wise, but let's take a look. You guys can see how big he is in comparison to me. I'm going to go ahead and give Jaden a 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to go ahead and give Jaden 9.5 out of 10. I really like the way he looks. I really like the sculpt. Really great paint job. Now, of course, that can vary from figure to figure. I love how he has the different accessories. You can change up the hands. You can change up the position of Karibo. He has an entirely different head. I think for me, though, it does strike me as odd, like this, not being able to hold the card. So that does strike me as odd. So I just a little bit off. That's the only real reason I can think of, but no, I love it. I definitely recommend, if you are a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, if you are a fan of Jaden as a character, and you want a cool Jaden statue for your collection, this is definitely something that I recommend. He looks great, great sculpt. Can't wait to have all of my protagonists on display. Now, I will say I do wish that they were like all the same company. This Kotobukiya did the Artifacts J line with the Yamiyukis, Kaiba, Joey, the Bakoras, the Marek. So this looks a little different than those. They all are around the same size. And then Mega House has like the monsters. And Mega House, I think, also has a new Dark Magician Girl coming out. Kotobukiya's done some Dark Magician Girls. A lot of companies have done Dark Magician Girls. Even I think there was an apple and a lemon Magician Girl when the movie came out. So it's not like super cohesive with some of the other stuff that I have. But like I said, Chaz is coming out. I do have the Yusei as well. So it does fit in with our protagonist line. Even if they're not all the same company, they're pretty close, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Statues look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Statues. They're not like completely different art styles. There's just slight differences, I'd say, between the way AMAKUNI makes things and the way Kotobukiya makes things. So, I would love to see more from all different manufacturers. I think we are getting some more statues this year for that 25th anniversary. I'm looking forward to seeing some more cool announcements. I know we've had some more monsters come out. The Monster Chronicles, the little ones. So I'm curious to see if we're going to get any like scale figure announcements for more characters by the end of the year. But yes, 9.5 out of 10 here on Jaden. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts on this statue in the comments below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Who would be your dream protagonist? You know, actually, I think there's a Yuma coming out. I think there was a Yuma announced. Which I think Yuma's a cool protagonist. Like, they all have cool things about them. I have not seen Arc 5 anime present. So although I'd say the Zexal storyline's not my favorite, like, Yuma's still like a pretty neat character. So I will be getting that for my collection if I'm not just hallucinating the announcement of a Yuma. But, you know, he's not necessarily the most memorable. Like, I literally just forgot. But yeah, let me know what's kind of like pose of like which protagonist you'd like. I still really wish that Kotobukiya made a green jacket Joey. I never bought the blue jacket Joey because I'm just used to season 1 Joey with the green jacket. And they never made a variation of the green jacket. So I would love to see a new Joey. Obviously, I want more Kaiba stuff, but if I had one request to make, I would like a green jacket Joey. Someone should make a green jacket Joey. Because I keep getting more Kaibas. Like, I don't need to ask for it. They keep making them because he sells. More than just me bought this. It's really cool, though. I would link this opening if I didn't already link the Stardust Amakuni. But with that does do it here for this unboxing and review. I hope that you all enjoyed taking a look at this Amakuni exclusive Jaden. If you did have fun, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button. Comments for me, like I said, leave your Yu-Gi-Oh! GX hot takes, leave your Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist figure dreams. Let me know what your favorite monster is as well in the comments down below. And of course, if you're not yet part of the Ali's Treasure Trove family, I'd love for you to join us here. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. You know, I'd gotten out of doing these for a little while because they are, you know, not the cheapest. To just be able to make these kinds of videos, but this is how the channel started, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Although I don't have like the fancy reviews set up that other channels have, I do enjoy stuff like this. So I'd like to do more stuff like this. I think going down to 1 video a week has been better for me. We'll see though how my schedule changes. But yeah, it's been about half an hour here, so go ahead and wrap this on up. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. I am so happy after so many years to finally have this Jaden, and he looks incredible. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I hope y'all will join me next time as we unearth some more treasures here on Ali's Treasure Trove. Bye.